Sotah, Perek, Aleph, Isha, Daled, fourth Mishnah in the first chapter, Masechet Sotah. We learned in the last Mishnah that they were going to take her to the Beit Din in Yerushalayim. They're going to bring her. They gave her two witnesses. They gave her two Talmidei Chachamim, okay, that would accompany them so that they wouldn't, so that the husband on the way. So now we're going to see that they go, Ayu ma'alimot al the Beit Din Gadol b'Yerushalayim. Okay, they would bring her to the Beit Din in Yerushalayim. Now, this makes sense because the whole process was done in the Beit HaMikdash. The Kohen, the whole ceremony, I don't call it a ceremony, the whole process was done in the Beit HaMikdash. And therefore, we learn, because it says in Sotah, V'asala HaKohen et kol HaTorah azov, so we make a hekesh, comparison between the Sotah, and it says about a Zakein Mamre, al pia Torah asher Yerucha. Zakein Mamre is an elder that ruled against the Beit Din. He said, I know you guys all said this, but I rule it differently. So they were taken to the Beit Din in Yerushalayim, and also he was executed. So both the Sotah and the Zakein Mamre were in the Beit Din Gadol in Yerushalayim. And on the way, they would warn her the way they warn Eidei Nefashot, witnesses who testify about in capital cases. And in capital cases, you can look it up in Masechet Sanhedrin, Perek Daled, Mishnah. Hey, and they would say to the person, make sure you're telling the truth. This is really serious. You really have to be careful about not having somebody killed falsely. This is what they would say. BT, our daughter, harbe yayin oseh, wine does a lot. Harbe schok oseh, schok is lightheadedness, fooling around. Harbe yaldut oseh, childishness does a lot. Harbe shchenim haraim osim. Your bad neighbors, meaning, remember, it's a woman who, her husband warned her not to be secluded with a certain man, with Said Jobab, and then she went and was secluded with Said Jobab for an inappropriate period of time. So basically, and then he says, I don't know what you did. Did you sleep with him? She says, no, I didn't sleep with him. So they suspect, just admit that you did it. Do it, meaning admit what you've done. In the name of God, the great God, His great name, which was written in holiness. So that God's name is not erased into the water, because part of the ceremony of the Sotah is that the name of God is written, the whole parsha is written on a piece of paper, and they erase the whole parsha, including the name of God, into the water, and that she has to drink that water. And they tell her things, very weird, very unusual formulation. It's not worth it they be heard. She and her entire family, her entire household, that would accompany her on the way. What would they tell her? The Gemara says, they're not where they shouldn't, things that shouldn't be recalled. Actions of the tzaddikim, Yehuda and Tamar, when they finally confronted him with the evidence, he admitted, and she said, Tzadka mimeni. Reuven admitted about what he had done in the action of Bilhah, and the activity of Bilhah, that, see, these great people in our history, they admitted things that they did, so you should admit that you've done as well, and not go through this process that's going to cause God's name to be erased. Interesting, though, that it calls those things Dvarim she'ina kedai l'shoman. They shouldn't be heard. Nowadays, we have a very different perspective. The whole Sotah, I'm not making a comment on the social commentary of what the Sotah process is all about. The next Mishnah even is I would say, more disturbing vis-a-vis the honor of the woman, but that Chazal had a very different perspective. And the question is, what is the Torah's perspective on this process, which I'll discuss in the next Mishnah as well, because at face value, it's something that raises a lot of distress and concern to our modern sensibilities. We'll dedicate our learning to Rabbi, my father, Rav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Have a good day.